Hey, how's it going, everybody? Matt Moda here with OddsJam, and Caesars is offering this multi-sport parlay insurance. The way it works is if you place a minimum four-leg parlay on the MLB, which season's over, doesn't count, but NBA, NHL, NFL, and or college football, and just one of your leg loses, they will give you a free bet up to $25. So the only the only qualifications are that the minimum legs must be four and that the minimum odds for each individual play has to be lower than minus 200. So minus 200, minus 150, minus 100 would all work. Minus 250 would not. So what I'm going to be doing is giving out my favorite parlay for this promo, and of course using OddsJam to find plays to put into this promo. It's actually really cool. All you need to do is just go to sportsbooks and filter specifically for Caesars, which is what I did here. And then I filtered out college basketball because that doesn't count towards the promo, but everything else in here does. So I have some NBA, some college football, and some NHL in my parlay for this. So make sure to hop on. And the way it works in terms of finding plays for this, so parlays in general, I will admit, can be one of the more square things that sports bettors can do. I trust me, sportsbooks love when people place a lot of money on parlays, but ways you can make them more profitable, there's a couple. Number one is if you have some sort of promo like we have here, right? Lose one leg, get 25 bucks back. Risk-free same game parlay, risk-free parlay, or some type of parlay boost are all worth it. And then of course, number two, and this is the most important thing, you need to make sure that the legs that you are putting into your parlay have some sort of value. So for me, and this is pretty simple. All I do is just go to oddsjam.com, go to filter specifically for Caesars, and then it gives you positive expected value plays that are on Caesars Sportsbook. So I know I can just go through these and add them to my parlay. So I ended up having a four-leg one that I'm going to lock in. 25 bucks on this one to win 417, which is great. If one of these legs loses, then I get my money back. And let's talk through the plays. So there's four of them. The first one that I locked in here was this Tyrese Maxey over 3.5 rebounds. So this is a positive expected value play. The way I know that is the Novig odds. Well, to be honest, the way I know that is because it shows up on the positive EV page. But to not be a smart aleck and to tell you what that means is the Novig odds price this individual play at plus 124 and Caesars offers it at plus 129. So these Novig odds are pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. You can view these odds as the true line of what a market should truly be priced at. If you want a longer explanation about how these are calculated, I'd recommend checking out a positive EV video that I just came out on this channel, why it's such a valuable tool. It goes into a lot bigger detail about these Novig odds and why they're so powerful. But all you need to know for this video is if you are beating them, that's a profitable play. But that doesn't necessarily mean that every single play on here you should just blindly take. So just general positive EV betting advice, what I like to do is click into a play, which is exactly what I did here, and just see where all the other sports books are pricing it. Basically, the goal is we're just trying to see, okay, is this an outlier when excuse me, when you compare to every other book or what? In this case, the answer is yes. Plus 129 are the Caesars odds. The closest sports books we see are at plus 117 at Bet Rivers, plus 117 at Pinnacle. But look at like a sharp book like BetOnline, plus 106. DraftKings for player props specifically, plus 105. Now Pinnacle / the OddsJam line, it's the same thing, is the sharpest sports book in the world. So they don't have it as favorable as the other two sharp sports books do, but they still have it 12 cents lower than the Caesars line at plus 129. So this is the first play that I added. The next one that I added is the over 51.5. So this is a college football game, Kansas State versus Baylor, over 51.5. minus 110 odds on Caesars. The closest book is FanDuel at minus 118. But if you look across the board, aside from FanDuel, minus 130, minus 127, minus 135, minus 145, minus 133, minus 131, all have it in the minus 130s. Pretty decently priced above this Caesars line. So those are the two of the plays I added, and I can just go through it. The next one, over 34 first half points in another college football game, Oklahoma versus West Virginia. And lastly, and this is NHL, over 6 goals in the San Jose Sharks versus the St. Louis Blues. All four of these plays are positive expected value. Here's the college football one. Here is the NHL one. All 4 are positive expected value. All 4 would be good bets individually, so putting them into a parlay makes sense as well. So $25 to win over 400 seems pretty good to me. And if only one of these loses, then I get the 25 back and I can try all over again. But for this video, that is all I got for you. So if you are tailing this parlay, comment on the video, let me know. Other than that, please remember to like the video, helps me out a ton, subscribe, all that good stuff. But that's it. So have a good one.